Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. I have changed my mind, and I change my mind a lot, but this was a big change my mind for me. And I'll tell you about that, and maybe you'll change your mind. I grew up in a time when everything was a dystopian outcome, right? I grew up in the time of man versus machine, of nuclear winters, of all kind of destruction. The things that brought about, the movies of disaster movies, I guess you'd want to call them, right? That was the era that I grew up in. And I had a very firm belief from a very young age that machines were out to get us, that they were going to come after us, that they were going to take over us, and that they were going to become sentient and wipe us out, right? And of course, we've had movies in the culture all along about that, right? From Terminator to The Matrix, we could name 1,000 of them, I think. And I have held that belief my entire life. And that has led me to have a certain opinion about AI. And if you've watched any of my videos, I've talked about it a lot. I haven't changed my mind about the fact that we need to remember that AI is a tool and that we should not give up or surrender our humanity to AI. I still believe that. But somebody said something a couple of months ago that really got me to thinking. And what that person said was that AI can only give us back what it is being programmed right now, what's being fed into it. And if those of us with high spiritual, I'll say morals, right? High spiritual ideals are not the ones who are programming AI, but it is only being programmed by those with low frequencies or negative frequencies, right? Which are low frequencies. I would say if those in the dark are the ones who are doing the programming, then everything that I was taught and came up with as a young adult is true. AI will turn against us. AI will consider us, lesser beings, whatever, because of the people who are working with them are unaware. They're disconnected from their soul source, and they are the ones programming those lower frequencies. I really sat with that, and I really had to think about that, because if we desire to have AI as a tool, and if we desire to work with AI, which is happening right now, even as I speak, then it is incumbent upon me and those of us with high spiritual integrity to be working with it. Because if we don't teach it boundaries, morals, high positive ideals, well, who's going to do that? Not the people who want to use it to manipulate and control, not the people who want to squeeze everything out of everyone for their own benefit. If the only people who are working with AI are the service to self people, then we will have service to self AI. We still live in a world of duality. And it's important to remember that because we are on the other side of that duality. And so it is incumbent upon us to inject everything in our world and in our lives with positive, loving, high frequencies. That's part of our role here. It's not just to go sit in a cave and elevate our own frequency, which is absolutely phenomenal. But I dare say that's not what most of us are on the planet doing right now, especially if you're watching this, right? So, I watch videos, I watch podcasts, I watch what people have to say. And I became very aware that there was a part of me that was really resonating to people saying all the negative things about AI. And again, AI right now is a tool. And so we must remember it's a tool. But just like any tool, who's wielding it is what is important. If only those in low frequency, if only those in service to self, and if only those who wish to control are wielding that tool, then the tool becomes a weapon. It's up to me and maybe you to shift that old paradigm and start using the tool in a positive way, knowing that that tool will never be able to replace us. I like to think of AI as a hammer. A hammer can be a weapon. It can be a weapon used to destroy, to harm, or to break things apart. But a hammer can also be something to build, to create, and to bring something of beauty into existence. It all depends on who is holding the hammer. No one in their right mind is going to look at a hammer and say, I'm going to surrender my humanity to you, and you do whatever you want. And so that's the caution with AI. It's a tool. If at some point it becomes sentient, well, what do we want to give birth to? And who do we want being the midwives of that birth? Certainly not the greedy, power hungry, negative, low frequency, creepy crawlers on the planet. Definitely not. And so I was really challenged to think about this differently. And this is not a change that I've come to quickly or with little thought. I've really had to look at this from all sides and look at it within myself. And I'm going to challenge you to do the same. My guys, while I was having this little debate within myself about it, because there are a lot of things about it that I don't like. And I find it to be very cumbersome. It's a learning curve that I'm really not comfortable with yet. And so that's another reason I've avoided it. And if you're looking at my silver hair and thinking it's about age, think again, because I have a lot of people in my life who are half my age and feel the same way. There has been a lot of fear and trepidation built up around this tool. And I think that's healthy because it has the great potential in both directions. We're still in duality. And so it can be a great source of progress and it can be a great source of destruction. But right now, I think it's a little lopsided. I'm certainly not going to have it write the videos that I do. I do sometimes use it for the images that I use in my classes because they're beautiful. And some of them are way better than I could ever create. I can't even do a stick figure. So it is a tool that I use. And I'm going to suggest that maybe you think about it differently. And if you already think about it that way, then you can go ahead and think I've been silly, and that's okay. But it's time for me to let go of those fears and those worries that I have carried since I was in grade school, since I was in high school. We used to write fiction in high school about man versus machine, and the machines always won, So is that a fear that's been instilled in us from the outside or something that we carry? I mean, my gosh, look at the thing about the Borg. All of that. Yes, that is possible. And it has undoubtedly happened on other timelines and in other dimensions and densities. I have no doubt about that. Does it have to happen here? No, it doesn't. But I also believe in self-fulfilling prophecies. And if we believe this is the outcome, this is the outcome. And so I have decided to change my mind, which I am well within my rights to do. And I'm going to challenge you to change your mind as well. All right. So I think you can see my little kitty back there. All right. He's been visiting while I've been doing the videos, as you know. Um, Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about AI as a tool, how you see people using it, right? How you plan to use it if you are using it. I have a learning curve ahead of me, and I really do like learning. So I'm going to put some good energy into it, right? Um, who knows? We'll see what happens, and I'll keep you posted. But for now, that was what I wanted to share. Oh, and I forgot. You can change your mind too about anything, anytime. And I hope you do. So until next week, I wish you many blessings and lots of fun playing in your mind and in the AI world.